gotta do a show. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go. Even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve really. Miss me, I know it's been 15 years. Still handle the biz on the road, cause I got a dream that I never could sing this shit. Excited to see.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call a no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Straight ahead with Warren. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And it's third down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. That's caught right side. It's Warren. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
319.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 29, here's second down and 3. Ball again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he goes out right around the 39. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A gain of 22.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll get to be off target and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. To throw is Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
At the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. That one down the field for Freiermuth. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, actually, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
6-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Jets, 21st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 47 yards. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. at the 23, 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
On the jump. Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but he did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second and 7. Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 Eagles, 60. Hey, smash.
He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has enough?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. York now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
That's the score. Jets 21. Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they'll shift things around. Second and 13. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Pittman, 58 yards. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Jets 1st down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught on the right side of Smith. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Jets 27, Steelers 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lightning speed that time for the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Out of the gun, they run him the ball. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 and the 34.
A 2-yard pickup makes it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Will try and do this himself. And this is caught inside the 5. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Rodgers to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Steelers 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 8. Diggs in motion right. Here's second and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
First down,
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Avoids him at the 40. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. A good pickup there at 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And a Steeler first down.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 12-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to look to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Stephon Diggs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a touchdown for the Jets. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play, because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kick.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back out on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. Check, smash, nice.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. There on the tackle, Mika Fitzpatrick. Now 2nd and 9. It looks like they'll move things around here. 2nd and 9 now. Out to the flat here for Johnson. So a nice throw there. And CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Dowdle. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point.
Back to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
40. Steelers 38.
So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Jets have got it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Running with Sloan, and he finds Mitchell. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's another incomplete to Mitchell. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Out of bounds at the 15.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. York on now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Jets 47, Steelers 38.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A short one there to Freiermuth. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's caught inside the 30. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
42 yards on the play.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you.
I've been gone fully
feel this fire.